Welcome to this lecture. In this lecture, we are going to be learn about how to create a new table using JDBC or SQLite. SQLite creates table statement is used to create a new table in any of the given database. Creating a basic table involves naming the table and defining its column, and each columns have the data types like integer, text, string, or anything. Creating database is a keyword telling the database system to create a new table. The unique name or a identifier for the tables follow the create table statement optionally. You can specify database name along with table name. We can see now how to create the database in SQLite. As you can see, I import a library of java.sql, and here in the main class, I write public static void main and then string arguments. Okay, and it's a bracket here. Now creating connection c which is equal to null and statement which is a variable of statement which is equal to null. Now exception, and exception here is try, which is the class dot for name, and for name here is the path which is org.sqlite dot jdbc driver, c which is equal to driver, and driver is the manager here. So manager dot get connection, and the connection here is jdbc dot jdbc colon sqlite and then test dot database. Okay, now let's close this code here and then system dot out dot println means a print statement here, and it's open database. Okay, first I just open my database, and then after that I just go to add the creating statement. Okay, and yes, close now. Now here I just write the statement variable which is equal to c dot create statement. So here I just use the create statement for creating the database. String SQL which is equal to create as a query name, the first one create, then the table name, then the company. Okay, now I just write plus sign, then I just use id which is the integer of primary key. Our id is always a primary key and it's always not null. Okay, then I just use plus sign, and here I just write, and it's primary key integer id which is in primary key, and then here I just write name text which is not null. So name text is also not null here, and then I just write I'm sorry, not here. We just not use the bracket here. And here I just write age, and then which is integer, and age is also not null. Means not nulls means your this text box or your this field will be not null here. Okay, then I just use plus sign and just go to the salary. So salary is real here. Now here I just write address, and address is always taken the character, and character is no more than 50. Okay, and then I just use bracket here and close this code. Okay, and here I just missed the plus sign for concatenation and the comma here. Okay, now I just execute this statement dot execute, and execute is update here. Okay, so execute update, and update is SQL, means our this one string SQL variable. Okay, now here I just close this statement. When you just create this statement, it's very necessary to close this application too. So here I just write connection is also closed. When database is created, so our connection is also closed. Now catch exception, and exception name is e here, and then system dot out dot println e dot e get class dot get name. Then I just concatenate, and then e dot get message. Okay, now system dot exit, and exit is 0 here. Now print statement. If our database is created, so this print statement will be executed. So table is created. Now I just run this code. As you can see, our database is open first, means our this query will be executed first. We just creating a connection here, and then our database is created. Then we just create the table. Now we just go to the database, and here open and test file. As you can see here, our name here is company table name, then table create table, which is a company id, which is primary key not null. Primary keys means this is the unique key which is always not null. Remember that primary key is always not null. Then name text, we are asking to the database that this name field is also not null. Then age is also not null. Then the address what you created no more than 50 words, and salary which is the real salary. Okay, so this is the simple program to create the database, means to create the table in the database. Thanks for watching this lecture. See you in next lecture.